Rumble and WrestleMania. This is scared as I've been since the Goobly Gobbler hatch. I never knew what was coming out of that egg, and when that egg hatched and it was him, I'm like, what was that?
The gobbledygooker, holy crap.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been scared going forward because it's so much missing, and they're so stubborn. They're so stubborn in their ways that they're not realizing some of the things. Personally, if it was me, see, I don't mind. I'm a big fantasy football player, so I believe in shaking the universe up. I'll play Booker. If it's me, I'll just give you one match I will book right away. Opening match for WrestleMania, soon as the lights hit. NXT Championship on the line at Mania. That starts the show off hot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You start WrestleMania off with NXT.
One thing that gets the if there's one thing to get the crowd going, you give them something. Number one, they've never seen, which an NXT title match at WrestleMania, absolutely, no doubt. And also, you set it up because the fans are going to know it anyway. You set it up where if whoever the champion is, if it's Finn Balor or if it's Samoa Joe or whoever you got, when he ends up most probably losing the title, he's then on Raw the next night and he's in the main roster. And that's what the fans will be waiting for. And that's what you got to do because you do have to get that group of the audience interested before you go to the next level. You have to get all the internet guys to get over themselves and actually give them what they want.
You have to. And I like I say, man, I don't know how you feel and where you go, but going into this Mania season, I'm scared, brother. Royal Rumble, I requested it off because I love the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is actually my favorite event, and by me coming back so late,
mine too.
But yeah, I love the Royal Rumble. I just love the countdown. I just love the whole thing.
Royal Rumble's my favorite show every year, and I hate what's happened to it the last three because people can't leave the information alone. People can't say, people couldn't get the information that, this guy's going to win it and just let it and just sit on it and leave it alone. People had to make that the reason for the Royal Rumble match being a great match. Is the only way the Royal Rumble match is a great match anymore now to people is if their guy wins it.
Yeah, if it's cool with you, I would love to actually come and sit down in the den and talk about the state of the wrestling fan because some of these guys need to be addressed. Some of these guys, as my old uncle used to say, someone needs to pull their coattail. Because some of these guys are ruining it for others. I tell you a quick story. I told this story before, my listeners know. Last year, exactly, it was around this time last year, I took my father, who was 61, to his first ever wrestling event. Lifelong wrestling fan. Been watching wrestling pretty much his whole thing. I didn't grow up with my father. I grew up with my stepfather, who took me to all the wrestling events. And as we were in the wrestling event, we were at Monday Night Raw at Joe Louis. It was actually Brock's first national television appearance since wherever match he had lost. And Roman was going through his little thing where they were pumping Roman. And I remember booing Roman because I'm old enough to know and see the flaws in Roman. And I'm a wrestling fan. I have the fucking right to root who I want to root for.
Absolutely.
So I'm right there. I'm not the biggest of guys. I'm 5'9", 210. This little kid is sitting in front of me. And I'm booing Roman Reigns. Like, boo. I'm doing my thing. I'm enjoying myself because I'm a kid in wrestling. This little kid, Brendan, turns around and look at me like I broke a rule. So, actually, this was SmackDown. I'm sorry, this was SmackDown. Cause it was the SmackDown when Roman Reigns punched Mark Henry after he gave him this long speech. So anyway, Roman Reigns, I'm booing him, boom, boom, boom. The kid turns around and looks at me like he wants to whoop my ass for booing Roman Reigns. I don't care. I just look at the little kid like, yo, whatever. 15 minutes later, Big Mark Henry comes out. He confronts Roman Reigns. He's talking to him, calls him a coward or something, and Roman Reigns turns around and decks him. Bow! Right in the square. Doing whoo and go all this. This little kid turns around. It's like he looked for me. He turned around and was like, boo that. Boo that. Roman's the best. Boo that. I'm looking at this kid like, yo. Now I'm scared. He like, boo that. And he did the rule in front of me. And all I did was I reached down. I tapped his father. I say, wrestling is in good hands. Because this, and when people, and people on the show I first told that story, like, what do you mean by that? Outside of us idiots who read everything, want to write, because that's one thing about being a podcast, you become the media. Without a degree or anything, you become the media. You read, you write, you talk so much trash, you forget the simple things that you made you fall in love with wrestling. And this little kid turning around, cussing me out without a curse word, just pumped up for what his guy Roman did, reminded me of why when I first seen wrestling on NBC, I never turned the channel. Yeah.
That's right.
He didn't care. He didn't care about the 5 moves of doom. He didn't care about him not being able to talk. All he know is Roman Reigns goes off the rope. He Superman punches the shit out of somebody, and he spears. And I love that.
Right. Yeah, and I'm sure that kid didn't care one bit whether it was the best technical spear in the history of the business either, which is something that's everybody's issue with Roman Reigns. Oh, his spear isn't that good. He's a former football player. He should know how to spear. First of all, obviously you don't know that much about football. A spear in football is an illegal move. It's when you put your head down and smack somebody with your head.
Yep.
A spear is not a tackle. That's just the name the wrestling organizations have given it. A spear is actually an illegal move in football. What Roman Reigns and Goldberg and Edge and all those guys that have done that move are doing is they are doing what is called a form tackle. It's something you practice every single day. It's not supposed to look great because the other guy's letting you do it. A real tackle doesn't look like that because the other guy's not trying to let you
do it. And that's what it is. All right, as you guys hear, we just lost Critter. Hopefully he calls back. I've never lost a caller to the show. That's why this one take thing is beautiful, because you only get one take at life. As we're waiting on Brian Critter to call back, I hope you guys really take a listen to this show and give us your input on WrestleMania ideas, Royal Rumble ideas. If you guys think they should bring Daniel Bryan back. I know me and Brian Lovelace had a huge conversation about that. So I'm hoping you guys can hit us up at Twitter at Mr. Dav1024. Give me your opinion. There you go. He's back. That's the first time that ever happened.
Yeah. Where was I when that happened?
I'm not sure, because when we lost you on the audio, brother, it was your words repeated themselves like 7 times. So in doing,
all I was getting.
I'll say, doing live radio, I had to, on the fly, as Vince McMahon always says, nothing go wrong when you live. I had to make a filler on the fly for you to get back on the air.
That's all right. No problem at all, my friend. And no. So am I on the air right now?
Yeah, we're good. We don't pause. We keep it going.
Gotta love live TV or live podcast or live radio. That's the way it goes, folks. It's like when you say the F word on Saturday Night Live. The only difference is I will be back.
Yes, sir. I will not Martin Lawrence
anyway,
you.
No. Yeah, it's just the fans are so concerned, so overly concerned with the moves, the technicalities of the moves and stuff like that, and that's what makes a match for them. They want to see a great match. They want to see every move be perfect and well set up and well figured out and well this. And what it really comes down to at the end of the day is it's got to look like it could really happen in real life. Two people who one the fans are supposed to like, one the fans are supposed to hate, are on a collision course to face each other in a big fight. And the fans want to see their guy win, and they want to see this evil fuck that they hate get his comeuppance and get his just due from the guy they like. And that kid just wanted to see Roman Reigns knock Mark Henry's face off for saying whatever it is he said to him. And that is what the fans don't understand, is that's what wrestling has always been.
Yes. Dude, I'm so excited to talk to you, man. I wish we could have got together, but I promise you, this cannot be it. I don't know if we can package a show together. It seems like I keep meeting nothing but B's. Brian Lovelace, Brian Meeks, Brandon Davenport, Brendan Critter. It's just a bunch of B's just keep coming together. But dude, I am.
Nothing wrong with. No, and I'd love to have you on my show one of these days too, man, because it's just the same thing. It's just two people talking. That's what wrestling and that's what sports and that's what things are. It's not. You don't have to sit there and be overly concerned with too much. It's supposed to be just two people having a conversation.
Dude, I am so happy that we stayed connected through a tragedy and we got together. I have not been this pumped for a show in a while. I went into the show because I listened to a couple. I knew you knew your stuff, but I didn't know you knew your shit. It's a difference between knowing your stuff and knowing your shit. And bro, I enjoyed every moment of this. I hope this show gets plenty of plays. As always, you guys know how to find me. One Take Podcast Nation. On the Twitter is Mr. Dav1024. On the Facebook is Brandon M. Davenport. I will share this. I'm looking forward to my day in the den. I will make sure I have my boot strapped tight. I will make sure I have on my one piece and my Letterman jacket, Steiner Brother style. I'm bringing it, brother.
Nice.
Please, Brendan.
Nice.
Yes, I'm a true wrestling fan. Brendan, please let them know where they can get at you at all your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram handles. Let them know how they can get in touch with the Critters Den.
Good deal. On Twitter, it is @Critter. That is with a K. KRITTERBK77. @KRITTERBK77. And on Facebook, it is Brendan, BRENDON, Critter, KRITTER, Kinyon, KINION. And that's the best places to find me. Once Brandon puts that up, I will be putting it up as well, posting it on my Twitter and my Facebook once I can get a hold of it, so that my friends and listeners can check it out. I'm sure it'll get a big thing. The one I did with B. Meeks did, and I just look forward very much to being more and more involved with One Take, because it's where real fans are. That's what you need. We need real fans in wrestling. We need people that aren't worried about the inside information. People that aren't worried about the technical stuff. People aren't worried about the moves. People don't want to walk around and, with all due respect, I'm sure I'm going to get ripped on Twitter for this, but I don't care. People that aren't concerned about a super kick party from the Young Bucks. I want to see real wrestling. I want to see a wrestling match. I want to see a feud. I want to see people get involved. And I want to see the fans, like that kid you were talking about, just want to see their guy win. Because that's what sports is. That's what baseball, football, basketball, hockey, whatever sport you're talking about is all about. And that's what wrestling's all about. Brandon, I appreciate this opportunity to be on this show with you. And thank you so much.
Oh, man, it's been a pleasure. As always, you guys know exactly what time it is. We are out of here. This has been none other than We are out.